Welcome back, everyone. Today we spent a lot of money. We spent it all. We put it all into our new MD truck. We don't have a name for it, but with how much money we spent, I think it's going to be a keeper, so we're going to have to come up with a name. I mentioned in the last video that the engine that I wanted didn't exist in this truck. Well, that got me thinking, what if I made a mod? And being that it's the month of modding, I figured it was a perfect time to do so. So I went ahead and added an adapter that allows any D series engine to fit and work in the MD series. Now the only problem is the engines sit really low. Because it's kind of jank and the engines sit really low, I'm not sure if it's going to be released with the race tab parts. It might just be a little private thing I did. I could raise the engines to make it look really good. However, that would require modifying all the engines and the mods, and that would just take a lot of time, and I'd have to get the permission from the mod authors to do so. So not worth the endeavor. However, this did allow us to get the engine that we wanted in the MD series, which is Mio's 500 cubic inch engine. Now we just released an update that allowed for turbochargers on his engines. We're going to stick with the blower on this one because of how it looks. I think it looks fantastic, but we might even cover the whole thing up with a hood and fenders just because of the clipping issues. I really don't like clipping. This current setup makes 5,175 horsepower with the help of the race tab injection system. It's on nitromethane, so we don't have to worry about a radiator. However, it is going to drink a lot of fuel. This is my first time driving it, so let's work out the kinks and see if we can get to the mud track and make our money back. Alright, first time driving this. Get that thing start up. Now, while the engine does sit really low, I do love how we can see the headers pretty low. The headers kind of just dump out. I'll show that in a bit closer of an angle here. But let's go ahead and get this rolling. One thing I just realized, I didn't think about the brakes. I don't know how much air pressure we have. I know normally the engines have to run off an air system for the brakes. There it is. There's a low pressure warning. We're probably going to have to go back already and change up our brakes. I don't even know if we can get non-air brakes. Alright, before we get too far away, let's go check it out. So we got to make that fix, or else we'll be locked up. Alright, we figured out a solution. Unfortunately, being the way this motor is set up, I didn't want to go ahead and add an air compressor. It really didn't make sense. So I did the next best thing and we added more air tanks. Now we have a grand total of 12 air tanks instead of the original 2. So hopefully that gives us enough air pressure for our brakes. We're going to be easy on the brakes, try not to use them, and should have a fun day in the mud and maybe even get back home with them. Alright, leaving the garage again. You know what, let's just put it in low. I'm not sure if low gear will actually even work. The goal here is to not use the brakes. We have a long drive ahead of ourselves. Let's just do the best we can. The way this automatic transmission works, I don't think it's going to cause or be a big difference. It's not going to decelerate us. Alignment is actually off by default, so I guess resetting didn't help. Hitting the curb didn't break it. That's good news. It is stronger than we thought, but unfortunately it's going to have alignment issues the whole way. Let's put in low gear. We're just going to run this red. Sorry, no brakes. Important stuff happening. Go ahead and put our blinkers on, make the turn, and just look at this. That is just an awesome look. I love it. I love this little stubby monster truck look. Again, I wish this Mio engine came in default on the MD series. Maybe it will one day, but seeing a big blower in the proper spot would be pretty amazing. Again, we haven't hit the brakes yet. We do have a lot of air capacity, so I'm not too worried. But I'd still like to have as much brakes as possible when we go do the mud drags. I want to do as many runs as possible. We got to make our money back. We spent so much on this truck. You see the 2 air tanks sitting out there in the back. Actually, you can get a good look at them while driving. Line them all up on the inside there. Looks pretty cool. Like I said, this mod is really kind of just for this video, just for personal use. If you are interested in it, even with its jankness, let me know and I might include it. Maybe I'll do a separate pack that's also called the jank pack or something, just so you know it's a little bit more jank. We shouldn't try to do an overtake here. But yeah, it's, you know, these air tanks, they're actually, I just moved the flex bodies. There's not a bunch more nodes or anything, so they look like they attach to the inside, but they're really all dependent on the side tanks attaching. Oh, we gotta hit the brakes. Okay, that's okay. We got plenty of air left. So if we lose an air tank, we're actually gonna lose like the visualness of the rest of the air tanks. So, or at least half of them. But yeah, not the most ideal way to do it, but it is functional, and I'm trying to be time efficient. We got a lot of videos, a lot of content to do this month. So I wanted to not spend too much time on this. All right, pulling off the highway here. We really haven't opened it up or done anything crazy. Probably should have done some more testing before driving all the way over here with no brakes, or as little brakes as possible. But we are here. Let's do a short drag or shallow drag. Go ahead and lock the diffs. I guess hit the brakes because we have to. I'm gonna creep on in. Here we go. 8 seconds is the time to beat. Do we have a trans brake? We do have a trans brake. We're not gonna full send. We're just gonna feel out the engine, see how it feels. Has plenty of power, that's for sure. Okay. I think we'll be able to do the mud drags, the deep mud drags, just fine. I don't know if we'll be able to stop well, but maybe we just send it on the real money-making stuff. Why risk hurting the truck on the small stuff? Make sure we don't flip on this corner to there. Let's just full send it. All the power. We're gonna rip through the gears and go first, second, third, as many gears as it'll give us. Try to get that wheel speed up. These tires are not the best for mud. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the mud rims, mud drag, or mud wheels to actually work on this truck. I tried changing out the hubs. Learned I have more to learn about modding hubs, and decided to finish up the video. So let's pull up here. We'll put it in high. Actually, you know what? We should use the trans brake to slow us down, save us some air. All right, we are staged. We're not gonna do a deep launch. We're just gonna kind of gradually send it. Here we go. It does get pretty bumpy in here. This is a very short truck. Methanol doing its job with no radiator. Looks like second gear is the happy gear. Alright, 22 seconds, that's not bad at all. Made $2,000, starting to make our money back. We're gonna go ahead and return this way. I think we go harder now. I think we go for the full rip. I'm pretty happy with them. I mean, the engine's happy, the transmission's happy, the driveline's happy. Haven't messed up any drive shafts. Let's give it a shot. Take it out of low. Use the trans brake to stop. Get lined up. We can launch in second as well. We'll probably try that. About getting as much momentum while we got the traction. Here we go. Pretty bouncy, pretty rough. Got a 13-second. That's progress. Honestly, it felt slower than that. Made $7,000 off that. We're on our way up. Some of you might be thinking, "Wow, that's way too much money." Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Okay, sometimes the trans brake acts kind of funny with this transfer case and stuff. You might be thinking that's a lot of money, but if you think about it, I've spent probably just about $200,000 on this truck. Actually, I think just shy of $200,000. So, you know, $7,000 off a $200,000 investment, I think that's pretty decent. Hopefully we can do a little bit better of a run. I don't know of a better way to really launch this. Maybe we can try a different side. We could try low. Well, we don't really need low gear. Has plenty of power. Let's try launching on the left side, see if we can get a better line out of this. Alright, we are locked in. Here we go. I'm trying to leave it in second. Oh no! Oh, we rolled it. We somehow rolled it in the mud. Oh, but we saved it. Okay, cool. So this run is a bit botched, but we'll go ahead and finish it. Maybe we should try a low gear just to see if it's gonna be better. Not really. Alright, learned a lot through there. Lost our front frame, somehow still have the the headlights. We'll take that, I guess. In fact, I might remove that next time, so that way when we lose the roll cage in the front, it'll look alright still. You will notice the engine bouncing a bit. I didn't do a great job getting the mounts to work. They do work, but they could be better. In fact, we had a lot of damage on that rollover. I guess that's to be expected. Oh, we tried to use the branch. Oh, no, no. Oh, man. If you try to use that trans brake while on the gas, it is not happy. It does all kinds of crazy stuff. Try to get this turned around. I guess I could put it in two-wheel drive. If I use neutral and trans brake, yeah, I can use neutral and trans brake. Let's go ahead. See on the dash, we still got plenty of air. Maybe about halfway. Alright, let's get off the trans brake. I mean, maybe we try the right side. Maybe we'll get a better line through here. We just hit that jump maybe a little more square, or that big shallow section. I think that could help us. Alright, we're lined up. We'll try a first gear launch. Try not to lose our speed. Oh, we jumped a second time. Oh, that's not good. Alright, we got out of it, saved the truck. I think this will just be a matter of getting that perfect run. Getting the bounces just right. Let's head back and see if we can get that magical run. Also, just a quick reminder to enter the giveaway via the form in the description, where we're giving away 1 month of Patreon Gold every day during the month of modding. Not required, but you can gain additional entries for every $5 spent on the merch store. Hope you enjoy the episode. Alright, unfortunately, the alignment's getting too bad. I can't really turn right. Oh, I can't. Yeah, I don't have steering in that wheel. Yeah, it's a bummer. It was, wow, that tire got destroyed. Holy cow. All kinds deformed. I think that's gonna have to do it for this truck. I don't know. It's fast, it's strong, it made some money. It definitely didn't make back its money. I think what we're gonna have to do is maybe get rid of it and build something new. I mean, it was fun trying to make the MD series work. Originally I had intended to buy a... Oh, why are we stuck? There we go. Originally I intended to buy a D series. So maybe we go back, we try to sell this thing and pick up a new truck. Alright, we got the truck repaired. I have a plan. Before we sell this truck, let's go ahead and rent it out to the lens flare studio. This truck is actually worth $160,000 now after the repairs and the beating on the truck and the parts. So it's worth over that $100,000 minimum lens flare requires. So we're gonna go ahead and drive it over, turn it in, and rent it out, hopefully for some quick cash, and then we'll work on selling it another day. Alright, heading over to lens flare. Now, depending on when this video actually comes out, we are planning on moving the location for the movie studio rental. So let me pull in here and I'll show you. This is where it's going to be. We plan on moving it to is right here to the right between stages 1 and 3 in that parking spot there, or maybe at this toll booth. But at the current moment in this current build, it is in this parking lot. You just pull in here, you get a little notification saying it will rent for 3 hours and 18 minutes, paying you 16 grand. So this is 3 hours of real world time, not in-game time. So I don't think it's going to be gone for a while. It is randomized, and it's based off the reward is based off the value of your vehicle and how long they randomly choose to rent it for. So neat little way to make some money on some of your expensive trucks and cars. You can only have a maximum of 3 rented out at a time because there's only 3 studios. And then you just go ahead and park it into the stage that it directs you to park in. I'm gonna hop out and then just walk away. Truck's gonna be off and rented. And with that, I think we're gonna end it there. We need to do some shopping. We gotta get a new D series. I wanna get a cheap frame, maybe something from Joe's Junk, and then build it all the way up. Thanks so much for watching.
It's easy when you ride with a G. Light speed, moving fast through the city, trying to find me some peace.